Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. I'm GetGoodGuy, and by now almost all of you will know about the plan changes for Battlefield 5 to drastically change the amount of bullets to kill and other alterations to gunplay. Now this video isn't about whether it'll be good or bad or what exactly it will be like when we play it. If you want to know in detail what it's all about, then feel free to go and watch my previous video before this one. And without many details from DICE about a lot of the changes, well, we can't say for sure exactly how all weapons will perform. But we can say two things, I believe. The majority of weapons will almost certainly be weaker at longer ranges, and that a small number of weapons aren't being changed at all when it comes to bullets to kill, such as anti-material rifles, such as what you're watching on screen right now. And those two things combined are why I predict the anti-material rifles being the most frustrating, most irritating, and most toxic guns in Battlefield 5 after the changes. And I don't personally think that takes much working out, but everyone is getting carried away with discussing and arguing about other aspects of the plan changes, so these specifics aren't being discussed or hypothesized about, aside from people saying that snipers and bolt action carbines are about to dominate, and that may well be the case. I said in my previous video that snipers will probably rise from trash tier to god tier in terms of stats. But we aren't talking about what's likely to be the best. We're talking about what's likely to be the most toxic, the most irritating. Because I imagine the anti-tank rifles will probably start to be the go-to option for the prone camping playstyle, with MMGs requiring more bullets to kill at range, up to a staggering 12, is it? 13, 12, something like that for the MG42 at 100 meters. That's going to require far better target acquisition and sustained accuracy, even if there are reductions to recoil. And most people simply don't want to have to deal with that. They want the easiest option to use, especially if they're engaging in that playstyle already. Not everyone who does, of course, but the majority for sure. But the anti-material rifles, still easy mode in terms of just being stationary and then one-banging anyone you see within a pretty extensive range for only needing a body shot, at least where Battlefield 5 is concerned. That range is 100 meters. Now if you saw the charts for the plan changes, you'll know that the max range displayed for those weapons on those charts was 100 meters, and that the required bullets to kill has jumped dramatically for those guns at that range. Basically for 100 meters and beyond, or for something 75 meters and beyond, you're going to need a lot of bullets. Even with faster rates of fire, there's no way this doesn't change how long it takes to kill someone at that kind of range. So now you likely have a lot of weapons being kind of pea shooters at long range, even if they do become laser accurate pea shooters. Or there's the option where you stay still, remain hard to see, and simply one-tap anyone who comes into that fairly extensive range, as you're watching me do now. So was he able to be particularly effective using this? Not really. Was it particularly fun for me? No, it wasn't. And was he able to play anywhere near as well with this when compared with most other weapons? No, but that's kind of the point, right? That's why it's going to probably be super annoying to play against now. It's not that this weapon can't be used effectively to help the team and all that, it's that it's extremely difficult to do so. It's far easier to just be a bit of a troll with it. And that's what most people already do with it and will continue to do with it to an even greater degree now. Remain stationary, not really do a whole lot, and just pick off anyone they happen to see. Oh, and this is on console by the way that you're watching, so being able to aim with a mouse using this on PC, that's kind of scary, with these changes in mind especially. And obviously we don't have the TTK changes yet in the game, so the footage you're seeing isn't even how effective it will end up being soon. This is with current time to kill values of other weapons. Plus, how I use it in some of the clips isn't how the most frustrating of players will use it either. Some people will literally just sit in a spot and take pot shots with it for days. And I'm not knocking them as such, people will play the game how they want, but it doesn't stop it from being pretty damn toxic. Now when the boys AT rifle came out, I said it doesn't need to be changed, it's balanced. I don't like the idea of it at all, I didn't and don't want more prone focused stationary play, but in terms of actual balancing, it was alright. Now, well, after the plan changes, I'll have my doubts. I'll have to wait and see, of course, but just employing basic logic would lead me to predict that other weapons requiring more bullets at range, and this thing still being a one-shot kill, likely alters the entire balance we once had. It's hard to see how it won't. Now, something to consider though is that the added player acquisition icons that are coming will make it more simple to see enemy players that are relatively near to you. Initially it was stated to be within 15 meters, now I see some info saying it's within 28 meters and different things. I don't know, as ever with DICE, currently the communication is kinda lacking. Either way though, prone bipod users won't have it quite so easy now, as enemy players can scan the environment with more tools at their disposal to pick people out. But regardless, it's not as if that's going to nullify totally an even stronger version of what you're watching me do. But like, I want to know here what you think too. What do you foresee becoming an issue with these changes? And what are you looking forward to, if you like? Obviously you don't have to state anything as fact, as we don't know all the details yet, but based upon what we do know, how do you see things panning out? Let me know in the comments below. I'll continue to play out footage of what the boys AT rifle can do, in case you want to see more of what's to come, and obviously having the video a bit longer incentivizes YouTube to actually share it, and I can make some actual decent money from it for the effort I put in. If you don't want to stick around to watch, then that's totally cool, I understand. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. If you enjoyed the video, a like would be super appreciated, as would you subscribing and turning on notifications if you haven't already, and feel free to follow my stream and join my Discord server in the description and my pinned comment. I'll also throw up the board of awesome at the end of the video, of course, for the epic people who support the channel on Patreon. And with all that said, I'm GetGoodGuy, and I'll see you next time. Latest. Firstly, because of some of the things I'm going to tell you in this video, but secondly, because it's just illogical for many reasons. Why rebalance the game to feel different after a year when people aren't asking for it, only to keep the time to kill the same? And the rate of fire increases needed for some weapons to retain the same time to kill would have to be extremely large.